Good evening, dear listeners of Akashvani. Today, we delve into the life and legacy of a towering figure in Indian history, Dr. B.R Ambedkar. He is affectionately known as Baba Sahib. Dr. Ambedkar is revered as a visionary leader, a champion of the oppressed, and a principal architect of the Indian Constitution. For many people, he is an inspiration, an icon, and a legend. He is an ideology in himself. His contributions transcend the spheres of social justice, law, and politics. In this talk, we shall explore his life's journey, his relentless struggle against social discrimination, and his enduring impact on the Indian socio-political landscape. Born on April 14, 1891, in the village Maho in Madhya Pradesh, Dr. Ambedkar belonged to the Mahar caste, considered untouchable at the time. Despite facing severe social discrimination, he pursued education with determination. His intellectual competence led him to Columbia University, USA, and later to the London School of Economics, where he earned multiple doctorates in economics, political science, and law. In 1990, the Bharat Ratna, India's highest civilian award, was posthumously conferred on him. The salutation Jai Bhim, used by his followers, honors him. Dr. Ambedkar was also a prolific writer, and his works like Annihilation of Caste, Who Were the Shudras, and The Untouchables provide a critical analysis of the caste system and advocate for its complete abolition. His writings provide a penetrating analysis of the socio-economic and political realities of India, particularly concerning caste and inequality, and challenge Brahminical values in order to establish social equality. Dr. Ambedkar's fight against caste discrimination is one of his most significant contributions to Indian society. His efforts in this area are versatile, combining legal, political, social, and educational strategies. Dr. Ambedkar, a firm believer in the power of education, consistently emphasized the role of knowledge in empowering the oppressed castes. He himself overcame immense obstacles to receive an extensive education and encouraged others from marginalized communities to pursue education as a means to break the chains of social discrimination. He led several groundbreaking movements to assert the rights of Dalits, the untouchables. Notably, the Mahat Satyagraha in 1927 was a significant event where Ambedkar led thousands of Dalits to drink water from the Chaudhar tank in Mahad. This event symbolically asserts that Dalits are also equally human as the upper caste people. How can we forget his scholarly contribution to the making of the Indian Constitution? As the chairman of the drafting committee, Dr. Ambedkar was instrumental in ensuring that the Constitution abolished untouchability and prohibited discrimination based on caste. He also advocated for affirmative action, including reservation in education and government jobs for the socially and educationally backward classes. His commitment to social reform went beyond legislation. He promoted practices like intercaste marriages and dining, challenging social barriers and fostering inclusivity. Understanding the need for a collective voice against caste oppression, Dr. Ambedkar founded organizations such as the Independent Labour Party and the All India Scheduled Castes Federation. These organizations played a crucial role in mobilizing Dalits and advocating for their rights. Beyond his works on caste, Ambedkar was a champion of women's rights and labor reforms as well. His contributions to women's rights and empowerment in India were profoundly significant and transformative. One of his most significant contributions to women's rights was his role in formulating the Hindu Code Bill, which proposed radical reforms, including the right to property and inheritance for women, equal rights in marriage, and the right to divorce. He advocated for the urgency of women's education in independent India. In his later life, disillusioned by the continuous oppression of Dalits, despite political independence, Ambedkar turned to Buddhism in 1956 along with thousands of his followers. This conversion, both personal and symbolic, was a rejection of the Hindu caste system, which he viewed as fundamentally discriminatory, and an embrace of a religion that he saw as offering greater equality and respect for human dignity. 3 days after completing his last book, The Buddha and His Dham, Dr. Ambedkar peacefully departed in his sleep on December 6, 1956 at his home in Delhi, and his death anniversary is observed as Mahaparinirvan Divas. Dr. Ambedkar is a school of philosophy in himself at present, studied in different institutions all around the world. He is an inspiration behind modern socio-political discourses of many political parties of India. He is a model for many, irrespective of caste, class, and gender, who fight against discrimination of any sort. He is a synonym of resistance and self-esteem. Let us remember Dr. Ambedkar's words, "Life should be great rather than long." His life, though not long, was undoubtedly great in its depth, impact, and enduring legacy. We hope this talk has elucidated the life and contributions of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. May his ideals continue to guide us towards a more equitable and just society. Thank you for tuning in to Akashvani.